director. He tracks with many of the policies of Health and Human Services Secretary Kennedy, including his views on Tylenol and on vaccines. Dr. Abraham was quietly appointed to become the CDC's highest-ranking official with a medical degree. He previously served as Louisiana's Surgeon General, called COVID vaccines dangerous, and promoted hydroxychloroquine and ivermectin, shown to be ineffective against COVID. Linda Kenyon, CBS News, the White House.
A pair of 3-judge panels is ordered by the Wisconsin Supreme Court to hear 2 lawsuits that argue the state's congressional maps must be redrawn because they unconstitutionally favor Republicans. The 6 judges all either were appointed by Democratic Governor Tony Evers or supported Liberal Justice Susan Crawford in her successful bid to join the High Court last spring. It's not known whether new districts could be ordered in time for the 2026 midterms. 2 downtown Milwaukee buildings are set to receive a permanent historical designations.
The Common Council vote Tuesday grants the designation to both the UWM Panther Arena and Miller High Life Theater. The resolution comes more than 6 months after the Wisconsin Center District, which owns the buildings, commissioned a best use study related to the future of the land, which downtown Alderman Bob Bauman has claimed will suggest the demolition of the buildings in favor of a convention center hotel. In a statement, District President and CEO Marty Brooks says WCD is committed to working with the council in the future. The results of the best use study will be revealed in January. Adam Roberts, WTMJ News.
Mayor Cavalier Johnson could vote to veto the designation, which would require a 2/3 council vote to override. Sports, traffic, weather, and next. Outdoor Living Unlimited. WTMJ News time is 6:04.
Education changes everything. It opens doors, shapes futures, and builds the foundation for our children's success. At City Forward Collective, we're working to transform our city's schools and ensure every Milwaukee child receives the high-quality education they deserve. We've taken real steps forward, but our work is far from done. This giving season, we're asking you to join us. Together, we can secure a stronger future for our children and a stronger future for Milwaukee. To support our mission, visit cityforwardcollective.org/donate. That's cityforwardcollective.org/donate.
It's here. Black Friday deals are live at Fox World Travel, and your next adventure is waiting. Set sail with Viking or Holland America. Fly away with Delta Vacations. Explore Europe with Insight or Globus. Or unwind in luxury with Classic Vacations. From sun-soaked beaches to breathtaking rivers and historic cities, there's a trip for every dreamer. Call 866-GO-FOX-GO or visit foxworldtravel.com. These exclusive partner deals won't last long.
Here's a penny for your thoughts. There's about 11,000 tire-related crashes every year.
Mostly due to driving around on underinflated, beat-up, worn-out tires with low tread.
A couple of clicks at richlawns.com will get you scheduled for a free tire tread test.
But if you're pressed for time, there's an old trick we use in the tire industry that'll tell you if you need tires.
And that's free, too.
My dad showed me, who learned it from his dad, who learned it from someone else way back in 1964.
Ah, yes. The old penny test.
Yup, just place a penny head first.
As in upside down.
Into the groove of your tire. Now, if you can see the top of Lincoln's head, you're due for tires.
And hey, if the free penny test frazzles you, book an appointment at richlawns.com.
If your tires are good,
no harm, no foul, because it won't cost you a penny. Be safe, buckle up, and hang. Always make sure you've got good tread on your tires. I'm Brett Matchke with Rich Lawns. You're
due for service.
Such a refreshing change. Rich Lawns.
Time for a WTMJ Sports Update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call, That's All Sports Desk. The Bucks need a win after losing to the Portland Trailblazers 115-103 at Pfizer Forum. It's their 5th straight loss and 4th straight game the Bucks played without Giannis, who's out with a left abductor strain. Bucks Bobby Portis isn't worried about the slump.
Just because things aren't going great now doesn't mean that in the near future we won't go on a 5-game win streak, 6-game win streak. So just keep your same routine, keep your same rhythm, be happy, have fun. That's the biggest thing. Have fun when you play the game. Basketball is supposed to be fun.
The Bucks head to Miami to face the Heat tomorrow night. And a key NFC North Division matchup for the Packers in just 2 days as they face the Lions of Detroit on Thanksgiving. Packers running back Josh Jacobs says he will play on Thursday, even though the team has him listed as questionable on the team's injury report. Green Bay is currently a 2.5-point underdog heading into Thanksgiving Day, a noon kickoff in Detroit. Take a look at your roads with your WTMJ time saver traffic. Got a couple of incidents on the road. I-94 East, 0.5 miles beyond the ramp from County Road F. The left lane is blocked due to a disabled vehicle. Other than that, roads are looking pretty clear across all of southeast Wisconsin. All right, time for your WTMJ 5-day forecast. I expect evening showers now and then a mix possibly late in the evening. It'll get a little breezy with a low of 34 degrees. Wednesday will be windy with snow showers up to 1 inch near Milwaukee and 1 to 3 inches north of us with a high of 36. Thursday will be mostly cloudy, breezy, and chilly with a high of 32. Friday will be mostly cloudy and cold with a high of 30. And Saturday will be cloudy with snow possibly late in the day with a high of 33. Right now in Madison, it's 48. In Green Bay, it's 46. In Waukesha, it's 48. And right here in Milwaukee, it's 48 degrees. I'm Sean Brinda. Outdoor Living Unlimited WTMJ News Time is 6:08.
Your need-to-know cultural snapshot of Wisconsin and beyond. This is What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx, sponsored by Visit Milwaukee. A deep dive into all things intriguing, riveting, and entertaining. Now, here's your host, Sandy Maxx.
I appreciate you joining me for this episode of What's on Tap, sponsored by Visit Milwaukee. I'm also grateful to have most of my voice back. I lost it in the midst of Friday night's show. I had most of it for yesterday's interview with flamenco nutcracker Carenza DeMars, but man, it's kind of precarious and not awesome when you're a radio host. So bear with me if it sounds a little thin. I am drinking the hot tea. But glad to be here, truly. And it's 2 full hours of culture and creativity together tonight, so maybe stay listening for the suspense of how long my voice will hold out. But truly, I'm excited to share with you what I know about actor Hugh Jackman coming to town next week. It has to do with the film he is in, being released on Christmas, called Song Sung Blue, based on a Milwaukee musical couple. No, really. So I'll be glad to share that info with you. And where are my beer lovers? I gotcha. We're going to dig into Black Friday beer releases. Wisconsin breweries have been crafting up for months, a wide range. So if you craft beer chase, stay close. I'll get you up to date on that. And I have a local music announcement for the holidays. And the song you need to hear is a Thanksgiving song. Not a silly one from Adam Sandler. This is a solid one. Vince Guaraldi, jazzy Thanksgiving theme as we all get in the mood for gratitude and family and friends and, of course, food. Then just after 7, I am very honored to welcome 2 immensely talented creatives live in the WTMJ studio, playwright Marie Kohler and director Laura Gordon, the creative forces behind Next Act Theater's new production of Boswell. Runs through December 14th, and you might be tempted to go when you find out who the bawdy and blunt Boswell is. So it's going to be a fun conversation, but we are starting with something extraordinary. Violins of Hope. You've probably heard about this program. It's been going on for a few months. They're not just instruments. They are these pieces of history from the Holocaust that have been restored and brought back to life and are being performed and exhibited across our community. WTMJ news reporter and anchor Jessica Gatso joins me in the studio with stories. You met a couple of musicians who are carrying these voices forward.
Yes, and one other very interesting fact about this program is the Milwaukee Youth Symphony Orchestra is like the host of these instruments, and this is the first time that this program has been hosted by a youth group in the world.
That is very surprising, because I would think that there would be a curiosity about the history.
And it's a very educational experience, so combining it with students, to me, is a perfect way to showcase these instruments.
And what an accomplishment for the Milwaukee Youth Symphony Orchestra. You know, we talk about so many things to be proud of in this city for arts and culture, and just even having an orchestra is a mark of achievement for a cultural hub. And now to know that Milwaukee Youth Symphony Orchestra broke the mold, broke the ground in the entire world, because this has been going on for quite some time, Violins of Hope.
Yeah, it's been here for a few months, and it has a few more months of the residency left. The students were given sort of a formal introduction to each violin when they arrived, and its story, because each one has literally been through like a war and a genocide, essentially. So the story of each violin involves who owned the instrument, who played on it, or even who crafted it. So it was almost this sort of ceremonious way for the students to walk up to their conductor and receive the instrument that would become theirs for a few months while they rehearsed in preparation for the main concert.
Jessica, it's even just chilling to hear you talk about it, because I think, how did those stories, just the stories of the instrument, survive when sometimes the people who played them didn't? So this really is a profound exchange just in that intimate act, one-on-one receiving the instrument to play.
Exactly. And that leans into why hope is in the title. I talked with senior symphony violinist Annalena de Rocher from MISO, and she told me what story stood out to her the most.
Violet's violin was one that really stuck with me. She was a young violinist in a concentration camp, and there were women's orchestras. She tried to get into one, and she didn't, and it could have been life or death for her. And then I think the conductor stepped in and admitted her into the orchestra, which ended up saving her life, and it provided her with extra food.
Wow.
And that's just one story. Each instrument has a different story. Some we know more of the history about than others, but they're also on display at Jewish Museum Milwaukee, so you can go there and read more about each one.
Yeah, that exhibit goes on for, I think, through January, which is just great. Actually, it is through January.
Yeah, the 25th, I believe.
But it's just fascinating because not only are you learning about the instrument, you're learning about the concentration camps. I mean, who knew the strange anatomy that anatomy is not the right word, but just that strange arrangement that there is an orchestra there.
Right. It was some of the histories vary a lot. Some of them, it was people being forced to play, and other times it was people choosing to play as an act of resistance, depending on the historical circumstances behind each instrument. So these students getting to work with them on and off for months, they had to share them with other groups in the area. So rehearsal time was very limited for each one. But talking to students like Annalena, I love how she talks about the interaction that the instruments and the programming then have with the audience.
We did play an excerpt from The Diary of Anne Frank by Michael Tilson Thomas, and that was a 4-part piece narrated by one of our MISO musicians, and that was a really, really impactful piece. It was long, and you got to see in the audience how they were receiving it, and it has all the little ins and outs of what it was really like to be in that time.
It's just fascinating that, like she said, the ins and outs.
Mm-hmm. It's hard to put to words sometimes, just that the emotion that the audience is experiencing, but also what these students get to experience. And to me, talking to them, I was very impressed with just like the level of maturity that they're bringing to this program and how they're interpreting the music with these instruments in hand. Learning about Violins of Hope also led me to learn about another youth orchestra in the area. It's called the Latino Arts Strings Program, serving students at the United Community Center. So I talked there with 8th grader Hector Hernandez.
The violin I am playing is the mother of pearl violin. It is a klezmer violin, so it has like that folky sound of a violin and sort of sounds like a fiddle.
A klezmer. I always
Yes.
think of like a clarinet when it comes to klezmer music and that, but I hadn't thought of those different dynamics of each of the violins. And then Hector said mother of pearl, so you automatically think of the beauty and the inlaid intricacies of each instrument.
Right. Some of these instruments look pretty similar to a violin today, but others have these engravings or inlays with like the mother of pearl, like he mentioned. So just visually, it's very striking. And going back to sort of just how passionate that the musicians are who get to work with these, Hector told me about just how emotional it was.
It's just the rush of emotions that just hit you, that like a person that was part of the Holocaust played one of these instruments.
And one of the highlights from the Latino Arts Strings concert was music from the movie Schindler's List.
Well, really, it's not even if you can't, but you must interpret the song very beautifully when you're gonna play the solo, because you can't go out and play the solo blandly, but you have to have a lot of emotions.
what a learning experience in so many ways. Like Hector just said, the epiphany of just realizing the humans involved, but then also the dynamic of expressing yourself through music and respecting that story in how he plays. That's profound. That's a lot. That's a lot of vibrations
very
coming
profound
together.
For an 8th grader, even for someone in high school.
And you like to think that those connections that he's making and sharing with others, it gives you hope. Literally, violins of hope. It fulfills the mission. You want to think that people can find the good and the connection in each other.
Yes, they both kept coming back to that sense of hope and quite literally keeping these stories alive by playing the music still.
I'm so glad you got time with the musicians since you're a musician yourself. And I know that you attended another event, and there are many more events coming up for Violins of Hope Wisconsin. When we come back, I want to hear some of your other Violins of Hope experiences that weren't necessarily musical. They were a different art form. That's next on What's on Tap.
Does your old pillow have more lumps than Aunt Judy's holiday gravy? Well, this Black Friday, Hasseless Mattress has your back, along with your head and neck, too. Through December 2nd, purchase a new Sealy Posturepedic or Beautyrest mattress, and Hasseless will give you a free adjustable base and a pair of super supportive and incredibly comfortable pillows. Free next-day delivery, too. Who knows? You may be one good pillow away from becoming a morning person. Open 9 to 9. Find an employee-free showroom near you at Hasseless.com.
AccuNet Mortgage is an equal housing lender. NMLSConsumerAccess.org, number 255368.
At Wisconsin's own AccuNet Mortgage, our closing costs are typically $1,000 to $3,000 less than the banks or the mortgage guys with the Rocket for exactly the same rate. Find out how much you can save at ACCUNET.com.
John Mercure here for Men's Studios. At Men's Studios, it's long-term wellness is the goal. You're going to feel great when you've been at that massage, when you get one of their 11 customizable treatments. You're also going to feel it long term. You're going to be able to play with your grandkids, golf, do the things you want to do pain-free. That's the goal at Men. Not just get you out of the crisis state, but get you into a state where you feel good all the time. They've got 2 locations. They customize everything. Check out the website, menstudio.com. I've been in the studios. They're absolutely gorgeous. They're nurturing. They're going to take care of you. Men Studio.
If you missed this,
Senate action not until tomorrow morning. It will not happen tonight. The House just announced that.
The latest right here.
Wow.
Major
Yes.
Garrett.
or this,
It can read a chest x-ray as accurately as a radiologist.
Different AI algorithms can read a chest x-ray or other imaging study just as well as an expert radiologist.
Catch up on the Wisconsin's Afternoon News podcast at WTMJ.com. Presented by Dave Drakamp Heating.
you're listening to What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx on WTMJ.
I am Sandy Maxx in the studio with WTMJ's Jessica Gatzo. What are we hearing here, Jessica?
So this is Hebrew Melody by Joseph Achron. And this particular recording, is being performed by senior symphony violinist Annalena DeRocher from the Milwaukee Youth Symphony Orchestra.
And you got the chance to interview her and also a young man named Hector, who's part of the Latino Arts String Orchestra?
Yes, Latino Arts Strings program through the United Community Center.
What wonderful organizations we have here in our city. I think this has not only been an eye-opener for Violins of Hope for these super profound stories, but man, MISO got together with dozens of arts organizations in our area, including these string orchestras and Dance Works and Jewish Museum Milwaukee and other universities, to really share the stories and the sights and the sounds of these Violins of Hope. You went to a dance performance last weekend?
I did. Dance Works called their program Echoes of Hope. So I thought that was a really fitting title for their performance. They opened up with a performance from the Wisconsin Intergenerational Orchestra and then kind of moved into their main dance. And they closed with a klezmer band.
Oh, which is that as much fun as it sounds?
Absolutely.
I was like, the last it's one of my favorite wedding experiences.
Yeah, if you've
was
never
a klezmer
heard
band.
one, and I hadn't heard a klezmer band live before then, and it's such a fun experience. And at Echoes of Hope concert, we were in a church where the audience was on 3 sides of the stage, essentially. And so the dance is like in the center. So they're dancing like right in front of you. You feel like you're almost in the dance at certain points. So when it got to this, obviously it's a very emotional choreography throughout the main chunk of the program, but then ending with this klezmer band and all this joyful sense of hope. Really, really kind of wrapped things up nicely.
What a wonderful program. I'm so glad. We are very lucky that Violins of Hope is here. So a big thank you to MISO for organizing this. And I know they worked on it for over a year. And Maxwell Street Klezmer concert is happening January 15th at Jewish Museum, Milwaukee. I've seen Maxwell Street Klezmer. They're from Chicago. So that should be a lot of fun if you want to circle that. And if you go to violinsofhopewisconsin.org, man, they still have a lot of events all the way through January. And if you haven't attended one, I think you'll leave, whether it's a film screening or a concert or just even a lecture, I think you'll leave excited and inspired and hopeful. Like we keep saying hope, but that's absolutely accurate description of what these instruments have now become out of such grim, tragic circumstances.
Mm-hmm. And beyond Milwaukee, some of these programming does, for example, going out to Brookfield, there's a quartet performing at the Sharon Lynn Wilson Center on January 11th. I think the next performance, the next most concert is in Eau Claire. That's going to be another quartet.
That's lovely. It's just, and then again, it spreads the word all the way around, and the inspiration and the conversation, because there's no way, I bet, when you left that DanceWorks event, whoever you went with, I'm not asking, but I bet there was conversation afterwards.
Oh, of course.
And as a musician yourself, how does Violins of Hope kind of resonate in a specific way with you, do you think?
Having an instrument restored that can be played upon is really just mind-boggling to think that it's actually over a century old, but it's still quite literally echoing, which to me is very profound.
I'll say it's over centuries old, and it's seen some life, as they say. So that is absolutely wonderful. Thank you for sharing your conversations with musicians who are playing as part of Violins of Hope. And Jessica and I both encourage you, violinsofhopewisconsin.org, to go to that website and make a plan to attend and participate. Thank you very much. Anything that you're working on in the near future?
We'll see. We'll have to see.
Jessica Gatso from the WTMJ Newsroom. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Sandy.
And how can you be in the same room as actor Hugh Jackman next week in Milwaukee and in Waukesha? That's next on What's on Tap.
Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Black Friday sale starts this Friday at 6 a.m. Now's your chance to save up to 50% or more on Friday-only super deals store-wide while supplies last. Like 60% off 26-piece Rubbermaid food storage sets, just $9.99. Half off assorted scent killer hunting products from Wildlife Research Center. And get our Black Friday price on Real Truck bed covers, $120 off after a $50 rebate. Don't miss your chance to save up to 50% or more during Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Black Friday sale starting at 6 a.m.
Change your grocery game plan to locally owned Century Foods, home of the best meat, freshest produce, and tastiest treats.
And free groceries.
Okay, just calm down. We'll get to that later.
Stay tuned in right here to score free groceries.
Stop, please.
Okay, I'm shutting up. My lip is zipped.
Let's get to this week's specials at Century Foods. Now through Wednesday, save on 24-pack selected varieties essential everyday purified water, 2 for $6. 9 to 13.1 ounce selected varieties Old Dutch Crunch, Ripple, or Restaurant Tortilla Chips, 2 for $5.50. 64 ounce selected varieties Ocean Spray Cranberry Juice, $2.99. 75 to 80 count or 12 ounce selected varieties Lysol Disinfecting Wipes or Spray, $4.99.
And now time for the big reveal: free groceries.
That's too over the top. Forget it. I'll handle the rest. Enter to win $500 worth of free groceries on Century's Facebook or Instagram by December 31st.
Planning for 2026 starts now. A new deck from Outdoor Living Unlimited is built to last. We are Wisconsin's #1 TimberTech deck installation team. For amazing ideas, go to our Outdoor Living Unlimited Instagram page. For a free estimate, go to outdoorlivingunlimited.com.
Check off the wish list with instant savings and free battery offers on select Steel tools. Shop online or in-store at steelusa.com. That's steelusa.com.
This is What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx.
I'm not a songwriter. I'm not a sex symbol. I just want to entertain people.
I don't want to be a hairdresser. I want to sing. I want to dance. I want to garden. I want a cat.
I need something big. I need something new.
What do you think?
You don't want to be a Neil Diamond impersonator. You want to be a Neil Diamond interpreter.
I was looking for the right way to say it, and you just came right out and said it.
Tell your mama, girl, we can't stay long.
We should call ourselves Lightning and Thunder.
We got things we gotta catch up on.
So you be lightning and I be thunder.
Yeah.
That is Song
Really have to call
Sung
him
Blue,
Lightning?
part of the
kinda weird.
trailer. And it's real. It's based on the Milwaukee musical couple, Lightning and Thunder.
Dead bodies. So yeah.
It is amazing to me that this is coming to life on the big screen on Christmas, and you can be in the same room as actor Hugh Jackman. Yes, he is playing Lightning. He stars as Mike Sardina, Lightning of the Milwaukee-based Neil Diamond tribute band, Lightning and Thunder. Kate Hudson plays his wife, Claire, still a Milwaukee resident. And it's a true story. You may know the names. You actually may know the people. And it is just wild to me that these A-listers are bringing this story to life. And you can see them. And although it comes out on Christmas, Hugh Jackman will be in Milwaukee and Waukesha next week. Very exciting. You can go maybe take a peek at him at the Oriental Theater on Tuesday, December 2nd. There will be a special friends and family screening of Song Sung Blue. So I can't get you a ticket to that, but they will have a section in the lobby for all you fans to go peek at him. You can see him. You'll have to wait to see the whole movie on Christmas, but you can go to the Oriental Theater next Tuesday, December 2nd. Doors open at 5:30. I expect to see Hugh Jackman in the lobby. Also, director will be there as well. It's so wild to think that this is the big scene. Craig Brewer is the director. So Hugh Jackman in the lobby at the Oriental Theater next Tuesday. But I got an email. I'm a Marcus Theater. I'm on the email list, and I also am a rewards member. So that might be key to this. But Waukesha, you can see Hugh Jackman and the film. I got this email, and the details are you can pick up your tickets at the Majestic Cinema of Brookfield box office while supplies last. 2 tickets per Magical Movie Rewards member. These are going to go fast because you'll get on Tuesday an early screening free of Song Sung Blue plus a pre-show reception with photo ops, music, complimentary popcorn and soda and giveaways. And Hugh Jackman and Craig Brewer will get there just in time to introduce the movie. So that will be next Tuesday at 7 at Majestic Cinema of Brookfield in Waukesha. Showtime's 8 o'clock, so you got an hour for that pre-party. And then Hugh Jackman introducing the film. But again, while supplies last, you got to be a Magical Movie Rewards member and pick up your tickets in person at the Majestic Cinema of Brookfield. Be that close to Hugh Jackman. Kind of fun. Get your beer on with some Black Friday releases next. But right now it's time to check in with WTMJ Breaking News Center for updates. Here's Sean Brinda.
Thanks, Sandy. A man from Chicago will spend nearly 60 years in prison for an attempted murder in Fond du Lac. 48-year-old Lataye Smith got into a fight with a woman in January of 2023. When they were in a car, he attempted to slit her throat and her wrist with a box cutter. She fought back and escaped, then went to the police department. Smith was convicted of attempted murder, aggravated battery, and mayhem. A driver escaped unharmed after a rollover crash in the town of Dover. The Racine County Sheriff's Office responded around 10:30 this morning near the intersection of Church Road and English Selman Avenue. The driver of the truck lost control, rolling the vehicle on its side and sliding off the roadway. The truck eventually stopped next to a power pole, and the driver was able to extricate themselves without any injuries. Deputies are still investigating the cause of the crash. Busy Thanksgiving travel is ahead at Milwaukee's airport. Mitchell International says about 200,000 passengers will fly through Milwaukee between Wednesday and Sunday. Although there are no longer government shutdown-related issues, the airport strongly encourages signing up for text alerts with your airline. Passengers should arrive 2 hours before departure, and those looking to park can use the MKE Smart Park app. New this year is the Real ID requirement and the new TSA policy, which does not require passengers to remove their shoes. Take a look at your roads with your WTMJ time saver traffic. Over on I-94 South, we have a disabled vehicle on the ramp from Wisconsin Route 22 I-94 South. Then over on I-41-94 North, 1 mile beyond the ramp from County Road KR, the right shoulder is blocked due to a disabled vehicle. Other than that, roads are looking pretty clear across all of southeast Wisconsin. All right, time for your WTMJ 5-day forecast. Tonight, we'll have some evening showers, and then it'll turn into a mix late in the evening and get breezy with a low of 34. Wednesday will be windy with snow showers. Up to 1 inch is possible in Milwaukee, and 1 to 3 inches are possible north of the city with a high of 36. Thursday will be mostly cloudy, breezy, and chilly with a high of 32. Friday will be mostly cloudy and cold with a high of 30. And Saturday will be cloudy with snow, possibly late in the evening with a high of 33. Right now in Madison, it's 48. In Green Bay, it's 46. In Waukesha, it's 48. And in Milwaukee, it's 48 degrees. I'm Sean Brenda. Outdoor Living Unlimited WTMJ News Time is 6:33.
With all the positive Google reviews continuing to pour in for Rich Lawn's Tire and Service Centers, we want you to know we appreciate you.
You were due for service, we delivered, and then you went the extra mile and wrote a few kind words about the service you experienced.
Yeah, thank you so much. Michael, Glenn, Jeff, Lisa, Carol, Jason, John,
Wait,
Michelle,
hang on a
Ryan.
second, Dad. As fun as it may be to name every single person who's ever left us a Google review, there just isn't enough time. We get 60 seconds, and I'd say we've got about 28 left.
Ah, good point, Courtney.
Listen, we appreciate every last one of you for helping us maintain a nearly 5-star Google rating. And we're going to keep on shooting for the stars, especially when it comes to providing top-notch auto repair service.
Yep, and remember, be safe, buckle up, and hey, always make sure you've got good tread on your tires. Peter, Bruce, Samantha, Kimberly, Nick, Heather,
Oh,
Marissa,
Dad.
George, Jeremy, Diane, Brad, Paul.
Rich Lawns. Hey there, I'm Sandy Maxx at WTMJ, gathering for the holidays with your loved ones. It is a time for celebration. It's also a time to connect. Observe how your loved ones are doing, both physically and mentally. If you're noticing changes in your loved one, my friends at 3 Pillars Senior Living Communities in Dousman, they have so many resources, free educational programs, too, to support families and individuals who may be ready to consider transitioning to the caring, top-rated environment that 3 Pillars offers. You can call 800-848-5306 or visit their website, 3pillars.org, for more information.
Mission 94 is offering Black Friday deals for everyone. This Black Friday only, get 15% off all Savior accessories. Buy 4 cleanings, get 1 free. Enjoy 4 visits to the Mission 94 firearms range, and your 5th one is free. Give the gift of learning with 25% off a one-on-one training certificate. Plus, take 20% off all in-stock women's CCW purses and handbags. This Black Friday weekend only at Mission 94 Firearms Education Center in Kenosha. Learn more today. Just Google Mission 94.
We believe that self-care isn't selfish. I'm Maddie from Sweet Talks, a women-owned and operated medical spa fostering self-love and confidence. We believe that beauty is about feeling empowered from within, and it's truly a passion for our team at Sweet Talks. Your goals are our goals. Our services go beyond injectables, including facials, lasers, medical weight loss, hormone therapy, and more. There's even a cafe, complimentary to all patients. Get started today at Sweet Talks in Menominee Falls. Learn more at sweettalks.com.
You don't need a massive walk-in to have a beautiful, organized closet.
Tired of wasted space? Or that pile of shoes that's always hiding behind your closet door?
Abracadabra!
Inspired Closets is the expert at doubling or even tripling your storage space instantly.
It's like magic, but better, because it's custom designed for you.
We make it easy and affordable and transform your space regardless of its size or scope.
Get started today at InspiredClosetsMilwaukee.com.
Inspired Closets.
A wife and husband team.
Give the gift of a special night out from the Bartolotta Restaurants.
Purchase a gift card at Bartolotta's.com and get a $20 holiday bonus for every $100 you spend. Happy holidays from all of us at the Bartolotta restaurants, and thank you, Milwaukee.
What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx is back on WTMJ.
Who's thirsty? Oh, yeah. Black Friday is about here. And here in Wisconsin, so many breweries take great pride in their Black Friday brews. For example, so I want to just shout out, there's no way to get to all of them as we belly up for Black Friday, but there are a lot of brews that will be something to sip on. And when you hear these, it'll be a really unique host gift for holiday parties. So just some of the brews to tempt your taste buds caught my eye. Amorphic beer, they have something called Major Particles, and it's a 15% Imperial aged in maple syrup bourbon barrels. That sounds hearty. That sounds robust. It sounds delicious. Amorphic also has, for their Black Friday release, Wimps. It's a 9% ABV Imperial Czech Black Lager aged in blackberry wine bourbon barrels. So I love that you can get some richness and subtlety all in there. Also, Lakefront Brewery, man, it's a tradition there on Commerce Street. Imperial Stout is one of the releases that they have. Also a triple black IPA. And Three Sheeps Brewing in Sheboygan, they are brewing up the Wolf in Elijah Craig barrels, which is going to give you some of that caramel and oak and some warmth there. This is one that definitely caught my eye, and it'll catch your ear. Eagle Park Brewing in Milwaukee and Muskego. One of their Black Friday brews is called Fly By Night. Entertained me. Also, Stir It Up, DDH Bowie's Spacesuit. So I like that they lean into the music theme at Eagle Park. They have some good brews there. Also at Component Brewing in Bayview, if you got a sweet tooth, this is the place to go. Barrel-aged hazelnut mocha swirled stout. Like a pastry. They also have Supreme Haze the Lord and a Turtle Sundae swirled stout. Yum. Those are fun to try. Also, I think the Fermentorium might be speaking to your sweet tooth too in Cedarburg. Sweater Weather, Black Forest Cake Sweater Weather, Samoa Cookie Sweater Weather, and they also have a brew called Underwater Panther. So they are vanilla milk stout variants for the Sweater Weather brew. And Indeed in Walker's Point has Cream, CREAM, which is honey apple imperial cream ale. And then you've still got some more maple and bourbon peeking in there. New Barons Brewing Co-op in Milwaukee has Crispy Cabin Vibes, which is maple bourbon and rye barrel aged Doppelbock. Getting your German brewing going there. Third Space Brewing. We've talked about the holidays. Ever thought about putting eggnog with your beer? Third Space in Milwaukee has bourbon barrel aged eggnog stout, a spice stout with nutmeg, vanilla, and bourbon warmth. Now, I like a pun, as I was telling you there for Eagle Park, how much I like their music-named beers. How about Lehman Brewing in West Dallas? You'll shoot your rye out. A nod to A Christmas Story, spiced rye lager. And Foxtown Brewing in Mequon has The Waiting. Don't know if that's a Tom Petty reference or not. See What Tomorrow Brings, and With a Twist. And then back to the sweets. Gathering Place Brewing in Tosa, Milwaukee. They've got the malt ball going. Malt ball stout and mocha malt ball stout. So spend some time on Black Friday sipping, sampling, and maybe even doing some gift giving in some cans for some of your favorite people as we celebrate Black Friday. And an announcement next about my holiday show that will be of particular interest to Wisconsin musicians. That's next on What's on Tap.
There's a problem if your lawyer is famous for one phone call and a quick settlement. It weakens your position in a negotiation. Another problem is due diligence. That's what trial lawyers conduct when preparing a case. Things like lost wages, lifetime medical costs, and other variables that can't be considered in a quick settlement. In fact, one call and a quick settlement is exactly what the other side wants. Instead, call Habish, Habish & Rotier. National reputation, hometown service. Visit Habish.com to find out more.
Think you got the smarts? Join John Mercure and Julia Fellow for our next WTMJ Trivia Showdown. It's Wednesday, December 3rd at Leff's Lucky Town in Tosa. It starts at 7, presented by Quizmaster Trivia, benefiting Capco's Kids to Kids Toy Drive. Come on out, bring an unused toy, or if you want to donate right now, you can text the word toy to 855-616-1620. Bring your crew and play for a great cause on December 3rd.
Celebrate the spirit of the season in the Milwaukee Theater District. Experience these beloved classics: Milwaukee Ballet's The Nutcracker, Milwaukee Rep's A Christmas Carol, and don't miss Broadway favorites like How the Grinch Stole Christmas and The Pigeon Gets a Big Time Holiday Extravaganza. Savor Milwaukee's culinary scene, from James Beard recognized restaurants and classic supper clubs to cozy outdoor seating under holiday lights. Make it a getaway. Stay in a hotel that feels just like home. Make plans today at visitmilwaukee.org.
So you've decided to get a new mattress, but what about new pillows? I mean, your pillows have been through a lot. Constant flipping, greasy hair, and so much drool. And let's face it, your old pillow has more lumps than Aunt Judy's holiday gravy. This Black Friday, Hasseless Mattress has your back, along with your head and neck too. Through December 2nd, purchase a new Sealy Posturepedic or Beautyrest mattress, and Hasseless will give you a free adjustable base and a pair of super supportive and incredibly comfortable pillows. Plus, since Hasseless showrooms are employee-free, our prices on Beautyrest and Sealy Posturepedic are way less. Others sell a Queen Emeryville A for $1,374, but Hasseless has it for only $1,086. And for Black Friday, now through December 2nd, we're throwing in a free adjustable base and 2 free pillows. Free next day delivery, too. Who knows? You may be one good pillow away from becoming a morning person. Find an employee-free showroom near you at Hasseless.com.
Heart disease won't stop us. Diabetes won't slow us down. Allergies, high blood pressure, shoulder pain, cancer. Nothing will keep us from pushing Wisconsin ahead. Because with the Freighter and the Medical College of Wisconsin Health Network, forward progress is what we stand for. That means always pushing and always innovating. With new technologies and breakthrough treatments that make life better, whether we're sick or well. It means providing more convenience and more ways to receive medical excellence for all your health needs, for big and small. It means being there for you, our family, caring for yours. So let's keep raising the bar. Let's keep testing the limits of what medicine can do. Let's push ahead and make life here as great as it can be. Visit Freighter.com to find out how.
Welcome back to What's on Tap on WTMJ.
Welcome back to What's on Tap, sponsored by Visit Milwaukee. Handcrafted, homegrown, world class. Discover more at visitmilwaukee.org. We're getting to be that time of year. Very close, closer and closer. Heck, I started to say the holidays are here. Thursday's Thanksgiving, and 'tis the season for me to put together my holiday show. And last year I thought, wouldn't it be fun? Let me just see. Maybe I can spotlight some local musicians for the holidays. And I posted what I just posted on WTMJ.com this afternoon. Submit local music for a Christmas show. I thought, it'd be a nice chance to showcase the talent we have in our state. My, oh my, was I surprised last year. I got over 200 music artists submitting their beautiful and fun and creative holiday music. And this is for you. If you are a musician somehow connected with Wisconsin, they were all Wisconsin musicians last year, but if you've got a connection to Wisconsin, I'm glad to hear what you have created. And get to the website, WTMJ.com. You'll find an easy Google form where you can upload your MP3. Looking for songs, got to have a holiday. Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Boxing Day, Festivus, New Year's, winter solstice. You can be as creative as you want. I am happy to hear it. Or just a winter theme. But really the goal is to spotlight Wisconsin and Wisconsin-connected talent. It's not a requirement, but, I'm gonna lean towards that way. And I got to tell you, I was absolutely blown away, not just by the amount of people who submitted songs, but the level of talent. Like, we got some country songs. This is Bree Morgan and a song called Merry-Go-Round. Heavy on the Merry, M-E-R-R-Y. Super fun. See how fun? And another country, I would say, style song from Chris Hazy Band, Had a Magical Night. So I know these are names that you recognize. And you got to have the fun. Is it really a party if Pat McCurdy isn't there?
Don't worry if the cold winds are blowing. Don't worry if it won't stop snowing. Put on your snowshoes or hop in your sleigh. You're invited to our house on Christmas Day.
I'm telling you. So that's our beloved sing-along songman Pat McCurdy, and producer Caroline Kahn was caught by surprise, even bopping to that song. And there's also, so it's a 2-hour show, Sandy's Holiday Soundtrack. It will air on Christmas Eve and Christmas. So, but I would love to play even more music on What's on Tap if I get some submissions. So submit early. The deadline for submissions is Friday, December 12th. At 12 p.m., 12. How about that? But just also, this was another submission from last year. Beautiful instrumental, Jill Benson and A Midnight Snowfall. And I hear you're saying, yeah, that's great. You played some upbeat stuff and some, maybe some musicals, but, there's a reason for the season. Oh, believe me, I got some incredible contemporary worship music from some churches all around the state. I mean, so it really is a great reason to bring people together for the holidays. This is Joy of the Whole World by His Way.
It's Christmas morning, Jesus born in Bethlehem.
So I was just very overjoyed at the response last year. I'll be interested to see who submits. Do you know a musician? Are you a musician, a singer, songwriter? Are you working on Christmas music? Do you have some old Christmas music on a CD that you want to convert to digital and share with me and the rest of the WTMJ fans? This is your time. I would love to hear your music. And this is another one that I was charmed by last year. Some Madison musicians. This is We Three Kings of Orient Are, and the Madison musicians call themselves Leafy Greens. It's a good band name. So please spread the word. I'll put it on my Sandy Maxx socials, and we'll put it on our WTMJ socials. But WTMJ.com right now, if you go, you'll find that Google form to submit your local music for my Christmas show, Sandy's Holiday Soundtrack, that will air on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day here on WTMJ. Use that Google form and submit your holiday music, whether it's Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Festivus. You might have a good Festivus song in you, or New Year's or winter solstice, however winter theme you have music. I'd love to hear it from Wisconsin and Wisconsin-connected artists. Early submissions strongly encouraged so I can put together the show and have you shine. Speaking of music, time for the song you need to hear next. A perfect song for Thanksgiving, written for Thanksgiving by a very talented jazz legend. The song you need to hear next, going to have some piano in it, and it is sponsored by Flanners Home Entertainment. Visit them at flanners.com. At Flanners, music matters, sound advice at the best price. Just press play.
The holiday season is a magical time of year to visit Lake Geneva. Embark on an enchanting Santa cruise on the lake. Take in a parade of trees and marvel at the world's tallest glass tree, built before your very eyes. Enjoy holiday shopping in a historic downtown. Chill out with festive food and libations in an igloo under the stars. Or find adventure on a zipline, ski hill, or snow-covered nature trail. Make Lake Geneva your place for holiday fun this year. Check out visitlakegeneva.com today for all the festive details.
Looking for a fun and meaningful way to kick off the holiday season? Join us for the 20th anniversary of Capco's Kids to Kids Toy Drive, Saturday, December 13th at the Kasmeric Center in Grafton. This free, family-friendly event is a celebration of giving. Bring a new, unwrapped toy and help brighten the holidays for children and families in need across Wisconsin. To learn more or get involved, visit kidstokidstoydrive.com and join us on December 13th in Grafton.
It's like you don't want to even do anything anymore. You lay in bed in the morning, putting off the pain. You put off your workouts. You put off your walks. And yard work, that's just not even an option anymore. As we speak, pain is taking away more and more from your life. And unless you take action, it's going to get worse. And that's no way to live. Not when there's a Rejuvenex clinic nearby. Because the power of Toradol, joined with the wonder of hyaluronic acid, can alleviate your pain. And it can allow you to start living your life again. This is Rejuvenex founder Richard Salinas. At as low as $65 per injection per joint, Rejuvenex treatments are affordable. They're FDA approved. And in many cases, our patients pay nothing at all. Because insurance, including Medicare and Medicaid, pay for them. If your pain just won't go away, you should call Rejuvenex today.
Alleviate your pain, rejuvenate your life.
Google reviews will tell you it's worth a try.
Education changes everything. It opens doors, shapes futures, and builds the foundation for our children's success. At City Forward Collective, we're working to transform our city's schools and ensure every Milwaukee child receives the high-quality education they deserve. We've taken real steps forward, but our work is far from done. This giving season, we're asking you to join us. Together, we can secure a stronger future for our children and a stronger future for Milwaukee. To support our mission, visit cityforwardcollective.org/donate. That's cityforwardcollective.org/donate.
When we're out in your town, come say hi as we broadcast live from the Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin mobile studio.
Anytime you hear us when we're on the road, you can find us live from our brand new mobile studio.
Whether it be Summerfest, EAA, Opening Day, Air and Water Show, wherever we may be.
You can see us on the radio, live from the Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin mobile studio.
We are Wisconsin's radio station.
We are Wisconsin's radio station.
We are Wisconsin's radio station.
News Radio 620 WTMJ. You're listening to What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx on WTMJ. And now, feast your ears. This is the song you need to hear.
Most blokes are going to be playing at 10. These go to 11.
I hope you're having fun getting ready for the Thanksgiving holiday, that it isn't too stressful. I have friends who had Friendsgiving this past weekend, and I have friends who are both excited and a little harried by Thanksgiving coming up on Thursday. But a song to give you a little warmth, a little playful piano, some nostalgia maybe. Vince Guaraldi, the jazz pianist best known for the Peanuts specials, has some epic holiday music that you'll be hearing a lot of in the next few weeks. But this one is from a Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. It is literally called Thanksgiving Theme by the Vince Guaraldi Trio. It's the song you need to hear. Sponsored by Flanners Home Entertainment. Visit them at flanners.com. At Flanners, music matters. Sound advice at the best price. Just press play. Thanksgiving theme from Vince Guaraldi. Yes, from a Charlie Brown Christmas. I'm sure you can find it streaming somewhere. Or if you're like me, you have an old DVD and you have an old DVD player. But that is the song you need to hear. I love hearing that. And I hope you're, like I said, having a good Thanksgiving season and that you are looking forward to getting together with family and friends once you finally get there. I know sometimes the food preparation can be a little hectic. Stay with us. We have Behind the Scenes of Boswell next on What's on Tap.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station.
Does music matter to you? Flanders Home Entertainment wants to help you have the best music experience at home. They've got high-quality products, the best prices, and high-fidelity expertise for the best sound in and outside your home. Now is a great time to shop Flanders with their Music Matters sale event. All speakers, all amplifiers, receivers, turntables, CD players, music streamers, and accessories are on sale. Visit Flanders Home Entertainment today in West Allis, Grafton, or at Flanders.com. Sound advice at the best price. Flanders. Just press play.
Acunet Mortgage is an equal housing lender. NMLS ID 255368.
Flimsy, feeble, flaccid. That's how you can describe most pre-approval letters these days because most banks still issue pre-approval letters without actually verifying your income, employment, or down payment. That's the exact opposite of an Acunet rock-solid, fully verified and guaranteed pre-approval, where we put a $2,000 guarantee behind the fact the seller can actually rely on the terms of your pre-approval and offer. With Acunet, there's also a possibility of issuing a property-specific pre-approval with as little as a 10% down payment that includes the magic words, no appraisal required. That's right, Acunet may be able to issue your pre-approval without needing an appraisal. That's the kind of certainty that can help a seller say yes to your offer. Sure, you can try competing with a flimsy bank pre-approval, or you can click on the blue button at Acunet.com and get started with the pre-approval listing agents and sellers recognized as the best in the business. That's ACCUNET.com.
In 1964, we were making strides towards space travel.
Mary Poppins was the #1 movie in theaters.
And the Beatles were taking America by storm.
Which was long before I was born.
Facts. 1964 is also the year it all started for Richland's Tire and Service Centers. 60 years of continuous growth and more happy customers than you can shake a stick at.
Okay, the streamers are a bit overkill. It's just us in the studio.
Well, all right. But it's important to know accomplishments like these aren't possible without a dedicated team. So hats off to them and our founder, my dad, Dick Mitchke, for understanding the importance of customer focus.
Facts. There's no 60 years of anything without you, the customer, which is why our focus will remain on you and only you for years to come.
Thank you from all of us here at Richland's Tire and Service Centers.
Richland's Tire and Service, such a refreshing change. Richland's.
Wisconsin State Fair tickets are on sale for just $13. Plus, get ready to deliver holiday bundles packed with State Fair favorites at the lowest price of the season. Get yours today at wistatefair.com before they're gone. Wisconsin State Fair, presented by U.S. Cellular, August 6th through 16th.
Find furniture for life from Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield, Greenfield, or downtown Milwaukee.
Breaking news as it happens. Stay up to date with your trusted and relevant source in news, sports, traffic, and weather. We are Wisconsin's radio station. News Radio 620, WTMJ, Milwaukee.
At 7 o'clock, it is currently 47 degrees. Tonight, expect evening showers, then a mix of late snow and rain. And it'll get breezy with a low of 34. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, I'm Sean Brinda. Slenderman stabbing perpetrator Morgan Geyser waives her extradition, paving the way for her return to Wisconsin following her disappearance and arrest in Illinois. Waukesha County authorities have 30 days to pick up Geyser from a Cook County facility. Police in Posen, Illinois found Geyser and 43-year-old Chad Mecca sleeping at a truck stop Sunday night after she disappeared from a group home on Saturday. Next, it's up to the Department of Health Services to consider revoking her conditional release. A former high school teacher gets prison time for child sex crimes. 36-year-old Justin Liebert of Waukesha will serve 5 years after pleading guilty to child enticement and possessing child pornography. He used to teach at Wisconsin Lutheran High School when he met a 16-year-old boy working late on a theater production at school. Lieber then messaged the teen for sex and sent a sexually explicit video using dating and social media apps in 2024. 12 other charges against him were dismissed. President Trump is sending Special Envoy Steve Witkoff to meet with Russian President Vladimir Putin amid the ongoing talks about ending the Russia-Ukraine war. News Nation's Kelly Meyer.
The two have met before in these talks, and now he's sending him there to meet with him again. That's a major development and a major step. And then he says at the same time, he's going to have his Secretary of the Army, Dan Driscoll, who's gotten involved in these talks in this last momentum, this latest push and momentum we're seeing right now that Dan Driscoll has been involved in. He's being sent to meet with the Ukrainians at the same time. So this is a big development in the talks. This is a step forward, as we did hear from a U.S. official that Ukraine did agree to the peace proposal.
Trump says he has fine-tuned his 28-point peace plan to end the war. Decision Wisconsin, the Democratic field to replace Governor Tony Evers in 2026 drops from 8 to 7. American Family Field beer vendor Ryan Sternad has dropped out of the race. He says he'll endorse Milwaukee County Executive David Crowley. Sternad previously ran unsuccessfully for the state assembly as a Republican in 2000. Ruling against the Milwaukee mayor's veto, Common Council approved for the city fire department to be given $10 million. Fire Chief Aaron Lipsky tells Wisconsin's Afternoon News that funding in the city budget is critical with keeping city residents safe.
We are responsible to provide equipment for these men and women who have to go into horrible situations over and over again. It is our job to provide them a safe work environment, including the equipment. So that's where my interest in the matter comes from, and I'll do that unapologetically.
Chief Lipsky says the fire department will take steps to buy new fire engines with the funding. Sports, traffic, weather, and next. Outdoor Living Unlimited. WTMJ News Time is 7:03.
It's here. Black Friday deals are live at Fox World Travel, and your next adventure is waiting. Set sail with Viking or Holland America. Fly away with Delta Vacations. Explore Europe with Insight or Globus. Or unwind in luxury with Classic Vacations. From sun-soaked beaches to breathtaking rivers and historic cities, there's a trip for every dreamer. Call 866-GO-FOX-GO or visit foxworldtravel.com. These exclusive partner deals won't last long.
We believe that self-care isn't selfish. I'm Maddie from Sweet Talks, a women-owned and operated medical spa fostering self-love and confidence. We believe that beauty is about feeling empowered from within, and it's truly a passion for our team at Sweet Talks. Your goals are our goals. Our services go beyond injectables, including facials, lasers, medical weight loss, hormone therapy, and more. There's even a cafe, complimentary to all patients. Get started today at Sweet Talks in Menominee Falls. Learn more at sweettalks.com.
Wow, that's quite a combo.
What, my outfit? Why are you wearing tuxedo pants with a polo shirt? It's all because of Penny Mustard's new Fancy Pants table.
Are you referring to the Izzy Major counter table?
That's the one. I've heard so many people talking about the Izzy table.
They should be. It's a real showstopper.
Sophisticrafted with locally forged iron and sturdy glass. Aha, the glass.
What about it?
The Izzy table's glass is so crystal clear. Yeah? Your dinner companions can see your lower half.
Ah, that's why you're wearing
Fancy Pants.
It all makes sense now.
Don't worry about your pants, but you might want to change your shoes. These happen to be my nicest work boots.
They really class up the joint.
Thanks. The Izzy Major Counter Table, starting at just $238 a month with no interest till November of 2027 through November 30th at Penny Mustard.
Showrooms in Milwaukee and Chicago.
PennyMustard.com. Fancy pants versions of what people want.
Penny Mustard Furnishing.
Time for a WTMJ sports update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call, That's All Sports Desk. The Bucks need a win after losing to the Portland Trailblazers 115-103 at Pfizer Forum Monday night. It's their fifth straight loss and the fourth straight game the Bucks played without Giannis, who's out with a groin strain. Bucks' Bobby Portis isn't worried about the slump.
Just because things aren't going great now doesn't mean that in the near future we won't go on a 5-game win streak, 6-game win streak. So just keep your same routine, keep your same rhythm, be happy, have fun. That's the biggest thing. Have fun when you play the game. Basketball is supposed to be fun.
The Bucks head to Miami to face the Heat tomorrow night. And a key NFC North Division matchup for the Packers in just 2 days as they face the Lions in Detroit on Thanksgiving. Packers running back Josh Jacobs says he will play on Thursday, even though the team has him listed as questionable on the team's injury report. Green Bay are currently a 2.5-point underdog heading into Thanksgiving Day. A noon kickoff is set for Detroit. Taking a look at your roads with your WTMJ time saver traffic. We have no major incidents out on the roads at this time, so it should be a smooth drive for all of southeast Wisconsin. All right, time for your WTMJ forecast. Tonight, expect evening showers with a mix late in the evening. It'll get breezy with a low of 34. Wednesday will be windy with snow showers. Up to 1 inch is expected in Milwaukee, with 1 to 3 inches expected north of the city with a high of 36. Thursday will be mostly cloudy, breezy, and chilly with a high of 32. Friday will be mostly cloudy and cold with a high of 30. Saturday will be cloudy with snow possibly late in the day with a high of 33. Right now in Madison, it's currently 48. In Green Bay, it's currently 46. In Waukesha, it's 47. And right here in Milwaukee, it's 47 degrees. I'm Sean Brinda. Outdoor Living Unlimited WTMJ News Time is 7:07.
Your need-to-know cultural snapshot of Wisconsin and beyond. This is What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx, sponsored by Visit Milwaukee, a deep dive into all things intriguing, riveting, and entertaining. Now, here's your host, Sandy Maxx.
Thank you for joining me for this hour of What's on Tap, where I'm very excited to take you behind the scenes of Boswell. If you're going, what's Boswell? Oh, let me tell you. I haven't seen it yet, but I have known about it, and I have gotten to meet the playwright, Marie Kohler. So I know a little bit about Boswell's journey, and I get to introduce you to Marie Kohler, the playwright, and the director, Laura Gordon. And I know these names are familiar to people in our Wisconsin theater world. So let me say welcome first, Marie. Welcome back.
Thank you, Sandy. It's great to be back.
I am so glad you're back on What's on Tap. This time flying without your husband.
That's right. It's possible.
Who is
it's possible.
Also in the theater world. Last time I saw you was for the children.
That's correct.
That was wonderful at Next Act Theater. And now who have you brought with you but Laura Gordon?
I've brought Laura Gordon with me, my director.
And how did the two of you meet?
Oh my gosh,
ago.
we're talking like 30-some years of friendship,
That's
right?
great.
And collaboration, and yeah.
That's wonderful.
When we met, we were both actors. I was an actor. Laura was, of course, an actor. And she was actually working with Next Act when I think when I first met you, weren't you?
Yeah, I was with Next Act from the very beginning, and then I went away for a long time, and now I'm back. Yeah.
That's
she's
what
been
happens.
at the Rep for a long time, and now she's freelancing, not only as an actor, but as a director, and she's wonderful.
And you must be excited to see someone who obviously you respect and are friends with to bring your play Boswell to life.
Yes, and it's not the first time. This is Laura's third time directing this play. The first time we co-directed it, the second time she directed it, the third time she has directed it. But we go way back with the Boswell journey.
This is wonderful. How far back does the Boswell journey go when you created it, Marie?
Well, actually, the very first incarnation was with Renaissance Theater Works, and that was not directed by Laura, but it was in 2005, a long time ago. And
it's a good round number, 20 years ago. But I want to make
shocking.
But I want to make the point because it was funny. Some of the research I did was like, and the new play Boswell, and I was like, oh no, I know that it started in Fringe Festival in Edinburgh, new production, world premiere for Wisconsin. But this is interesting to have a play that has evolved, so much, and that means you really believe in this show. This
I'm
message.
compulsive, obsessive, one of the two. I can't stop.
I was just saying unstoppable was exactly persistent. There's another one.
I like that better.
Before we get into the real journey of Boswell, which we will in just a couple minutes, I do want to have everybody, it's like a cocktail party, get to know everybody. So,
Sure.
Laura, I love meeting you officially for the first time because, again, you're one of those well-known names and creators here, whether you're in acting or directing. What is... instead of asking you what's one of your favorite roles that you ever played, what's a role that you hope people remember that you performed?
Oh, that I've performed. I'm really proud of a play that I did right before the pandemic that Marie directed, actually. And it was Samuel Beckett's Happy Days, where I played a woman who was buried up to the waist in Act 1. And then in Act 2, she's buried up to the neck. It's an absurd, quite wonderful, deep, extremely difficult play. And I'm so glad that I had the opportunity to do that. And then also a few years ago, I did Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf at Chamber Theater, and that's one. Yeah, proud of that one.
Because you've acted all around the state.
Yeah.
I was saying those aren't just two roles that like you saved up for. So, but that's cool. Thank you for sharing that. And then what are, other than Boswell, what's a production that you hope people remember that you directed?
Oh, gosh. Again, this was my very first directing job, and it was at Renaissance Theater Works, and it was a little play called Skin Tight. It was 2 actors, and at the time we did it in 2004, these actors were in their mid-20s, and we did the play again 10 years later with the same actors who were now in their mid-30s, and that was a spectacular production, and it was my introduction to really being in a collaborative setting as a director. You know, it's so funny, like as an actor, if someone pays me a compliment, I get kind of weird and like, oh my God, you saw it last night? This is so great. But if someone pays me a compliment as a director, I go, I know, aren't they good? I mean, because I lose track of the fact that I had anything to do with it because the scenic design is so good. The actors are so good. The movement is so good. And it's just really gratifying.
I get that, though. It's like, well, you're the coach of the team and your vision is being achieved as opposed to acting. You have a vision and you're trying to express yourself. But I do think it gets granular and you're like, oh, but I missed my mark or, I hiccuped, or whatever. Yeah. So that's an interesting perspective. Well, I love that you also were involved in another play that you just mentioned that happened in 2004 and again in 2014. So that thread of longevity and the journey of a show. So I'm with director Laura Gordon and playwright Marie Kohler, and we will talk all about Boswell, the show that they're on right now at Next Act Theater, next on What's on Tap. Stay with us.
We work on hydronic heating, inside and out. A whole home radiating hydronic system that heat the inside of your home and your floors, or under your driveway, porch, or patio to do a snow melt, could be one of the best investments you'll ever make. Call Quality for whole home radiating hydronic heating ideas that turn freezy cats into happy campers.
Call Quality for the signature service you deserve.
Call Quality. Heating, cooling, plumbing, and electric. You'll find that the licensed and certified electricians from Quality are top-notch. We've been around for over 60 years, so expect nothing but the best. And here's the kicker. With over 60 vehicles out there on the roads, you're not going to have to wait very long at all for the electrical service you need now. This is Anthony Zanevsky. For all your residential electrical needs, call Quality.
Call Quality for the signature service you deserve.
Call Quality. Heating, cooling, plumbing, and electric.
Turn that office gathering into something bold, fun, and completely unexpected. A unique, unforgettable celebration at Mission 94 Firearms Education Center in Kenosha, where safety and education always come first. Whether it's a corporate event, team outing, or family get-together, Mission 94 delivers. Private range access for your group, expert instructions from trained professionals, and customizable catering. Make this season one to remember with the gift of education at Mission 94. Book your holiday event today. Just Google Mission 94.
Be our eyes on the road. See something out there that I should know about?
Hi, Debbie. I just thought I'd let you know eastbound 94 has what looks like a pretty bad accident.
Call me, Debbie Lazaga, on the WTMJ traffic tip line, 414-238-9329.
Hi, Deb. It's Mark. 894 West. It's a parking lot.
The drive affects you. Why not be part of it?
Westbound 94, just west of 27th Street, two-car crash.
Give me a call, 414-238-9329.
You're listening to What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx on WTMJ.
Welcome back to What's on Tap, sponsored by Visit Milwaukee. Handcrafted, homegrown, world class. Discover more at visitmilwaukee.org. And I am delighted to be joined in the studio by playwright Marie Kohler and director Laura Gordon. We're going to talk about a play that's finally made it to Wisconsin. Is this a Wisconsin premiere, or is that how you're phrasing
It's
it?
the Wisconsin premiere of Boswell, yes. There was a previous production which inspired it called Boswell's Dreams, which was produced by Renaissance Theater Works in 2005. Then it changed. To be continued.
So, Marie, as the playwright, where did this idea come from in the first place?
Oh, gosh. Tell this story. I was a tween, I think, and I was sitting at my home, and my parents had loads and loads of books, and I was bored one day, and I looked around, what can I look at, what can I read, and pulled down this volume, which had a pretty cover and had lords and ladies and carriages and old-fashioned dresses, and I thought, this looks good. And then I opened it up, and it was bawdy as heck. And I loved it, and I couldn't put it away. And so that was my first introduction to the journals of James Boswell. That was the beginning. That was the inception. However, he stayed in my head.
I say, how old were you when the bawdy tales?
I don't want to misrepresent myself, but I think I was like between 10 and 12.
They just say I was 2 years old.
No.
You know? But yeah, where that kind of language,
where it really made an impression.
Yeah, where it is
Yeah.
You feel a little naughty reading it.
I felt very naughty reading it, and I was very grateful. I was kind of like hid it under the pillow until I could come back. But then I studied it again in college, and briefly. Not much, but his voice remained in my head. And years later, when I started writing plays, I presented the idea to Renaissance Theater Works about doing a play that was interpreting his journal writing and grounding it with a contemporary 1950s woman who was set to explore this literature and found these journals in the attic of a Scottish castle. And that was the seed of the story. And after I left Renaissance, which was 20 wonderful years of great work, producing and being a co-artistic director, I decided I really thought this play should be done in Scotland because it centered around a Scottish character, James Boswell. And so on my own, with the help of UW Parkside and University of Nevada, because I had someone connected there, we decided to raise money and take it to the Fringe in Edinburgh, Scotland. And the Fringe is its own world.
It is. That's impressive. To get accepted into Fringe is amazing.
Well, it's not really an acceptance thing, which is one of the great things about it. If you can get it together, you can take your play in a suitcase and go. You have to pay a small registration fee, and then you just have to find a venue. And that's the hard part.
But the venues range from everything to an actual theater,
yes,
to a pub, a club,
yes,
to just a room somewhere. I mean,
or the street,
right? Exactly.
Or a balcony. I mean, there's people,
or a bus.
They're popping out of the walls there.
I went to Fringe a few years ago, and I'm so glad that I finally did. I had two friends who were actually performing at Fringe, who were both from Louisville, Kentucky. I was like, okay, the stars are aligning, and Clara Harris did a one-woman show, heavy political, called One Day in America, something like that. And she changed the show every single day.
Wow.
And it was multimedia. Yeah, it was amazing while she was flyering and doing all that. And then my other dear friend from first grade is a playwright named Vince Gatton, but he was cast in a show called The Golfer. And it was this fast-paced, farcical, and it was like, well, I have to go. So I'm so glad I went because I've always heard about Fringe, and it takes over the city.
It's crazy.
But impressive and creativity of all kinds. You can see opera in a tiny room. You can see, like you said, juggling and fire and comedy. I mean, it's everywhere.
It made me feel so positive about audiences again. You know, because we tend to think, no, the theater is dead. Audiences don't want to come. You go to the Fringe, and there's people everywhere just
dying to
just
see it.
getting in and being audiences and seeing live work. So it was really inspiring.
And I saw wacky things, and then I also saw a play that was all based on Watson of Sherlock and of Sherlock Holmes. So it isn't just like testing your edginess.
No,
it really is of a wide variety. So for you to go to Fringe, how was it received in the hundreds and hundreds of performances that you were competing with?
It was received very well. It got a bunch of 4-star reviews from a whole bunch of different journals and magazines and papers.
That's an accomplishment in itself, Marie. That had to feel good.
It is. It feels very good. And people came. I mean, that's what you really want is audiences. And we were smart enough to stay for a long time. We were rooted there for a month, and we played for 3 weeks. And I had a fellow who I connected with there who kind of helped with production on site, and his name was Frodo McDaniel. And he said, you want to do it for 3 weeks, you can't do any less, or no one will come. And so that's what we did. And we built up. As word got out and as the reviews got out, we got more people. And it's a high anxiety, high fulfillment, fly by the seat of your pants kind of place, but it's really satisfying in the end. Laura came back saying, theater's not dead. It is very definitely alive.
You were both invigorated by the Fringe experience and
exhausted.
Oh, yeah. I can imagine. Well, when we come back, I want to find out why you wanted to have it performed now at Next Act Theater and what Boswell is all about. That's next on What's on Tap on WTMJ.
Why wait for Black Friday when you can save every day? Hasseless Mattress is bringing back Black Friday Plus. We've gone rogue and activated Black Friday deals now through December 2nd on all Beautyrest World Class, and Beautyrest Black mattresses. You get the way low Hasseless price on all Beautyrest mattresses, plus a free adjustable base, plus free memory foam pillows, plus free next day delivery, plus employee-free, hassle-free showrooms. Not just on Black Friday, but every day now through December 2nd. Get a Queen Beautyrest Elm Cove A mattress. Other stores sell it for $1,650, but our Black Friday Plus price is just $794, plus free adjustable base, plus free memory foam pillows, plus free next day delivery, and a great night's sleep for way less. Bust down our door for Beautyrest Black Friday Plus through December 2nd at Hasseless Mattress. Open 9 to 9. Find an employee-free showroom near you at hasseless.com.
No matter how many people are in your family, buying new jackets for the cold weather months can be expensive. But when you shop St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores, prices on cold weather jackets will give you a sigh of relief because thrift store prices mean great deals. And right now we have a great selection. Find great deals on cold weather jackets for the family at St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores on Highway 100 in Layton and Greenfield, 23rd in Lincoln, and 76th and Bradley Road in Milwaukee.
You're gonna love it, St. Vincent de Paul.
Get the beat of the Bucks straight from a fan favorite and Bucks legend.
Welcome to the fantastic voyage. Marcus Johnson, the captain of this vessel.
Tap into Here District with Marcus Johnson, a Bucks Plus audio production.
My first mate, Chris Johnson, the only father and son tandem.
Your weekly pulse on the Milwaukee Bucks and conversations with the biggest names in basketball. This week on the pod, Marcus and Chris talk to senior NBA writer at The Ringer, Howard Beck. Find Here District now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, or wherever you get your podcast.
How much does it cost to talk to Gruber Law Offices after a serious crash? It's free. Yes, free. As in it won't cost you anything to speak with us. Not sure if you have a case? Call our team at Gruber Law Offices today. Your first call and your first consultation are always free. And you'll never pay us a fee until we win your case. If you've been seriously injured, call Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
This is What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx.
Joining me in the WTMJ studio, I'm just overjoyed to have two talented women with me. Director Laura Gordon and playwright Marie Kohler of Boswell, the Wisconsin premiere at Next Act Theater. And Laura, How do you describe? I could ask the playwright. She might go long.
She might go long.
She might go long. What is the synopsis of Boswell for people who are now curious since we've been talking about it?
Yeah, well, it follows the journey of James Boswell from Scotland and his friendship with Samuel Johnson, who was the writer of the first dictionary in English, and their journey and friendship on a tour of Scotland that they actually did together. And then there's a parallel story of a woman named Joan who is a graduate student who is researching Johnson. She came to Scotland to follow up her research on Samuel Johnson, and she happens to find more information about Boswell. And it's infuriating to her at first because she doesn't think that he's worthy. And so it's sort of her friendship with a woman who owns this estate that has these Boswell journals in the attic because he was a family member. And all of this is based on fact, but is beautifully fictionalized by Marie.
And so we were just talking about was it the debut at Fringe or was it the debut at Renaissance Theater Works and then went to Fringe?
It was Boswell's Dreams at Renaissance Theater Works. Then it was reimagined, shortened, changed, rebranded as Boswell at the Fringe.
Where I love that both of you were there.
Yes.
20 years ago, co-directing.
I know.
As part of this journey.
Yeah. Someone should write a play about that.
Right. I wasn't involved 20 years ago. I just came on in 2019
yes,
in Scotland.
In Scotland. Forgive me. I thought you were in Scotland longer
We were
ago.
in Scotland together.
But just in 2019, not quite that long ago.
Yes.
So since 2019, where does Boswell go from Fringe?
It went to Off-Broadway in New York City, which was super exciting. And Laura and I did that together. While we were at the Fringe, someone came to the show who was associated with a theater off-Broadway called 59 East 59 Theaters. And that person contacted the artistic director at that company and said, I think we should maybe bring this to New York. And so I got this email, and I sort of couldn't believe it, and said, well, of course, of course. And we were going to do it like the next year, but COVID hit. So is it 3 years later?
Yeah, we did it in 2022.
3 years later, we got our U-Haul truck and got our props and costumes.
Let's put on a show.
Yeah. Put the show on the road and really had a wonderful run off Broadway. And audiences there were really receptive. It was a tiny theater, tinier than the Next Act Theater. It was about 40, 45 seats, 50 at the top. And but it was part of this marvelous little company that brings theater from all over the world, and they often source things from the Fringe. And they don't produce them, but they present them and market them, and they have their own subscriber list. So it's really all a wonderful way to go off Broadway.
Marie, that had to felt great. So then
it really did.
The momentum of everyone else around the world seems to like this show.
Yeah, I know.
I think we'll stage it in Wisconsin. Find out where or when you can see Boswell at Next Act Theater. Well, I'll tell you where and when. Next Act Theater through December 14th. But we'll find out more about the play itself and the themes that obviously seem to be resonating with people next on What's on Tap. But now we go to the WTMJ Breaking News Center. Here is Sean Brinda.
Thanks, Sandy. A man from Chicago will spend nearly 60 years in prison for an attempted murder in Fond du Lac. 48-year-old Lataye Smith got into a fight with a woman in January of 2023. While they were in the car, he attempted to slit her throat and her wrist with a box cutter. She fought back and escaped, then went to the police department. Smith was convicted of attempted murder, aggravated battery, and mayhem. A big promise from Foxconn. The company is promising to add over 1,000 new jobs to their Racine County facilities in Mount Pleasant. The new workers will be used by the electronic manufacturing service provider to help build AI servers. The Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation also approved a contract amendment providing up to $16 million in additional performance-based tax incentives to Foxconn. Busy Thanksgiving travel is ahead at Milwaukee's airport. Mitchell International says around 200,000 passengers will fly through Milwaukee between Wednesday and Sunday. Although there are no longer government shutdown-related issues, the airport strongly encourages signing up for text alerts with your airline. Passengers should arrive 2 hours before departure, and those looking to park can use the MKE Smart Park app. New this year is the Real ID requirement and the new TSA policy that does not require passengers to remove their shoes. Taking a look at your roads for your WTMJ time saver traffic. Roads are looking pretty clear across southeast Wisconsin, so it should be a smooth drive this evening. Time for your WTMJ forecast. Tonight, evening showers are expected to happen. Then we could possibly get a mix of rain and snow. And it'll get breezy with a low of 34 degrees. Wednesday will be windy with snow showers. Up to 1 inch is possible in Milwaukee, and 1 to 3 inches are possible north of the city with a high of 36. Thursday will be mostly cloudy, breezy and chilly with a high of 32. Friday will be mostly cloudy and cold with a high of 30. Saturday will be cloudy with snow possibly late in the day with a high of 33. Right now in Madison, it is currently 48 degrees. In Green Bay, it's 46. In Waukesha, it's 47. And in Milwaukee, it is 47 degrees. I'm Sean Brenda. Outdoor Living Unlimited. WTMJ News Time is 7:32.
Celebrate the spirit of the season in the Milwaukee Theater District. Experience these beloved classics: Milwaukee Ballet's The Nutcracker, Milwaukee Rep's A Christmas Carol, and don't miss Broadway favorites like How the Grinch Stole Christmas and The Pigeon Gets a Big Time Holiday Extravaganza. Savor Milwaukee's culinary scene, from James Beard recognized restaurants and classic supper clubs to cozy outdoor seating under holiday lights. Make it a getaway. Stay in a hotel that feels just like home. Make plans today at visitmilwaukee.org.
Education changes everything. It opens doors, shapes futures, and builds the foundation for our children's success. At City Forward Collective, we're working to transform our city's schools and ensure every Milwaukee child receives the high-quality education they deserve. We've taken real steps forward, but our work is far from done. This giving season, we're asking you to join us. Together, we can secure a stronger future for our children and a stronger future for Milwaukee. To support our mission, visit cityforwardcollective.org/donate. That's cityforwardcollective.org/donate.
Matt LePay for Steinhoffels. Steinhoffels is a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. Since 1934, Steinhoffels has been Wisconsin's furniture and mattress destination for quality, selection, and service. For over 90 years, Steinhoffels has helped Wisconsinites create the homes of their dreams and is 100% employee-owned. Steinhoffels has the largest selection of all the latest styles and all the best mattress brands. You'll find something for every style and every budget. Shop in-store or online at steinhoffels.com. Relax, it's Steinhoffels.
We believe that self-care isn't selfish. I'm Maddie from Sweet Talks, a women-owned and operated medical spa fostering self-love and confidence. We believe that beauty is about feeling empowered from within, and it's truly a passion for our team at Sweet Talks. Your goals are our goals. Our services go beyond injectables, including facials, lasers, medical weight loss, hormone therapy, and more. There's even a cafe, complimentary to all patients. Get started today at Sweet Talks in Menominee Falls. Learn more at sweettalks.com.
You don't need a massive walk-in to have a beautiful, organized closet.
Tired of wasted space? Or that pile of shoes that's always hiding behind your closet door?
Abracadabra!
Inspired Closets is the expert at doubling or even tripling your storage space instantly.
It's like magic, but better, because it's custom designed for you.
We make it easy and affordable and transform your space regardless of its size or scope.
Get started today at InspiredClosetsMilwaukee.com.
Inspired Closets,
a wife and husband team.
What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx is back on WTMJ.
Boswell is the name of the play that you can see at Next Act Theater through December 14th. And the playwright herself, Marie Kohler, is with me, and the director, Laura Gordon, is with me. And they happen to know each other for, I don't know, a few decades now.
Yeah.
And collaborating together. So you would say the two of you are true friends.
I would say that is not an exaggeration. We are two friends, long-standing.
Yes, absolutely.
And working colleagues, and I'm going to get a little lump in my throat.
Oh, well, in some of the reviews and research I've done, Boswell supposedly has a main theme of the power of friendship. And if you followed the Milwaukee Brewers recently, that was a big theme as they got to the playoffs. That's why the team did great. It was the power of friendship. And it's just kind of been a phrase that's been used a lot this year, I feel like. And do you think Boswell leans right into that theme?
Absolutely.
Did you want it to lean into that theme? You wrote it.
I don't think I knew where it was going when I wrote it. That's the way I am. It sort of unfolds before me through time. But certainly it's implicit in the material between those two, Johnson and Boswell, who are like the original odd couple. One big and elegant and bold and big-voiced, and the other kind of like a little bit of a rabbit squirrel running around and frenzied and funny and light. So that was in there.
Who's who in the odd couple? Because Johnson, as Laura just said, wrote the first dictionary.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And that's played by my husband, Brian Monty, for whom I wrote the role, actually, because I was reading these journals. I came upon them again. I thought, this stuff is great. Oh, my God, Brian. It's perfect for him. So that's really a huge reason I proceeded with the project, was to fulfill that character with my husband's extraordinary gifts as an actor.
And kind of a muse to help you write that as well.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then Boswell, in more than one summary, could be described as baudy, blunt. What are some other words?
Mischievous, funny, needy, devoted to his friend, good-hearted.
Yeah, he's a man of many appetites,
Mm-hmm.
and I love that he is really in the moment with what he's feeling. He's also very honest, and I think that this journey of friendship for him is about getting to the truth and being authentic, which is another theme I think that we find in the play, is going for authenticity in your life and not being afraid to take risks and going on a journey and learning something about yourself that you didn't know before.
Right.
And that's meaningful at any age.
It is.
Truly.
And Joan discovers it as well. She's kind of the protagonist in the play.
So we have Boswell and Johnson and their friendship, their odd couple, amusing friendship and journey. Who does Joan develop a friendship with?
She develops a friendship with the lady who is the owner of the property, the castle, the estate that Laura was talking about. And she has all of these journals in her attic, which she wants to share with the public and probably make some money on, too. Her estate is crumbling, as those estates always are, and her husband is dead, and she wants to honor his intentions to keep that house and keep the grounds. And so she does entice this young academic to come and look at her material. What she doesn't tell her is that it's mostly Boswell. And Joan is at first kind of shocked and then entranced and she says, I can't stop reading him. And yes, there's body in there, which at first shocks her, and it might shock the audience, but they love it. And then you see the other colors. You see a man trying to make his mark. You see him trying to find his way, like we all do. What do I want to be when I grow up? And he wants a lot of things, but his friendship with Johnson helps lead him in the right direction. And Joan, who's along for the ride by reading it, figures out what she wants to do.
Laura, are these the themes that most stood out to you, that you really wanted to latch onto as a director, or was it something else?
No, it's very much so. I think that authentic journey, it's been really interesting to come back and revisit a play over time, because you can't help but be influenced by the life that you've been living in the meantime. And so what popped out, in 2019 to me is not necessarily what pops out to me now. And for me now, the power of it is to take risks and to not take anything for granted, and to just relish every moment that you can. And if this play inspires people to take a journey, either literally going somewhere or just metaphorically trying something new, I think that would be awesome.
Behind the scenes of Boswell at Next Act Theater now through December 14th. Stay with me, playwright Marie Kohler and director Laura Gordon. We're on What's on Tap.
Here's a penny for your thoughts. There's about 11,000 tire-related crashes every year.
Mostly due to driving around on underinflated, beat-up, worn-out tires with low tread.
A couple of clicks at richlawns.com will get you scheduled for a free tire tread test.
But if you're pressed for time, there's an old trick we use in the tire industry that'll tell you if you need tires.
And that's free, too.
My dad showed me, who learned it from his dad, who learned it from someone else way back in 1964.
Ah, yes. The old penny test.
Yup, just place a penny head first.
As in upside down.
Into the groove of your tire. Now, if you can see the top of Lincoln's head, you're due for tires.
And hey, if the free penny test frazzles you, book an appointment at richlawns.com.
If your tires are good,
no harm, no foul, because it won't cost you a penny. Be safe, buckle up, and hang. Always make sure you've got good tread on your tires. I'm Brett Matchke with Rich Lawns. You're
due for service.
Such a refreshing change. Rich Lawns.
WTMJ's Julia Fellow here. Are you looking for the perfect holiday gift? I've got you covered. Treat your loved ones or yourself at Anton's Salon and Medical Spa in Delafield. Check this out. For Black Friday and Small Business Saturday, you can get a $200 gift card for just $150 and use it for rejuvenating facials like I just did with a Diamond Glow. Their machine is brand new. They just got it. Expert hair, colors, and cuts, or the latest nail and medical aesthetics. You can also use their Black Friday gift card for their incredible holiday sets. Anton Salon and Medical Spa is where beauty and relaxation meet, and this limited time gift card offer is the perfect way to give and even get a little luxury this holiday season. Visit antonsalon.com to explore more, and stop into Anton Salon and Spa in Delafield on Black Friday or Small Business Saturday to get a $200 gift card for just $150. That's Anton's Salon and Spa in Delafield.
Score the top gifts for the Brewers fan in your life this holiday season. Set them up for an epic 2026 season with the all-new Brewers Holiday Bundle, featuring 4 ticket vouchers, loaded value concession credits, and an exclusive Brewers Holiday ornament, starting at just $99. Finish shopping for even the youngest Brewers fans with the 2026 Kids Crew Kit, including one-of-a-kind Brewers merch, 6 ticket vouchers, a ballpark tour, and more, all for just $35. Grab every Brewers Holiday gift today at brewers.com.
Hey, John Mercure here for Azura Memory Care and Assisted Living. It's kindness, it's compassion, it's very specialized training. Their mission is to transform the culture of care, and they're doing that every single day. I've been in their places. I've seen how they love and take care of people with cognitive decline, Alzheimer's, or other related dementia symptoms. In part at Azura, they do such a great job because their staff goes through specialized training. They're going to take great care of you. Locations throughout southeast Wisconsin, Wisconsin-based, family-owned. It's Azura.
This is What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx.
Taking you behind the scenes of Boswell, the play that is at Next Act Theater right now through December 14th, and joined by Boswell playwright Marie Kohler.
Here I am.
Yes, you are. And Boswell director Laura Gordon. And I was just talking about some theater that I had seen, and that I saw The Children at Next Act Theater, which was a great production, directed by Marie Kohler. So we were talking about that. And then I said, wow, how great. I feel like I've seen a lot of productions recently that have older women in interesting roles, doing interesting things. For example, I just saw Switzerland by Renaissance Theater Works, and Laura's like, yes, I directed that. I'm like, oh my gosh, you're right, because I'm a credits watcher, I'm a playbill reader, I'm one of those people. So it's just like I've been in Boswell mode. So thank you for bringing these stories to life.
Oh my gosh, my pleasure. Thanks.
And Boswell, I'll let the playwright describe it in one sentence now. How do you tell people what Boswell is when they say, what is it, but I only have like a minute?
Oh my gosh, I'm not good at that. I would say it's about friendship, parallel friendships, one 200 years ago and one more recent, contemporary, I would call it, and how friendship and travel can influence one's life in a positive way.
And you also get to be in some different time zones.
Yes, and that's fun.
So what are Samuel Johnson? That is right. Samuel Johnson. I'm getting everybody's name, but I'm second guessing myself. Samuel Johnson and James Boswell get to journey together. What time frame are they in Scotland?
That's the second half of the 1700s, so it's like 1760 to 90 in that period. And then Joan and the lady are in the 1950s, which is actually when those Boswell journals were uncovered and released to the public, published. So there's some reason why I said it then.
That tie in, that discovery.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So as you are now seeing the play being performed, you are past opening night. What's the reaction been to Boswell so far?
I think it's been really positive, and something that I want to emphasize is that it's really funny.
Yes, it is funny.
It is. It's kind of one of those perfect play experiences, in my opinion. Humbly, no, I mean that it has something to say, and it has like depth and warmth, but it's also really funny and gives you a little something to think about. But it's going to be a glorious conversation on the way home.
And Marie, after seeing your baby evolve from Fringe to Off-Broadway and now here in Wisconsin and collaborating very often with Laura, what are some moments on stage that you've never seen before or didn't expect?
Oh, well, there's some things that have evolved and have changed. First of all, we've said it at in the holidays in London. Little snatches of references to that to kind of bring it to the contemporary moment. But there are some scenes that Laura has developed with the actors in a way that's really poignant. They have a night in Iona, an island of Iona, which is kind of a mysterious place where Macbeth is supposedly buried. I don't want to bring it down and gloomy, but it's
well, it is Scotland after all.
It's Scotland, yes, it's Scotland, and there's a ton of atmosphere. And these two men are talking very authentically about the end of their lives and what the meaning is of their lives. And then the next scene, they're in a tavern, and Johnson is demanding quail, and the young tavern woman doesn't know what he's talking about because she only speaks Gaelic. So it goes from dark to light, from light to medium dark, and then back to light and funny. And there's a lot of just delight in it. I think that would be the word that I would describe, not only in the words of these two extraordinary figures, historical figures, but I don't know. It's funny, it's warm.
Sounds like human conversation.
Oh, my God. There you go.
But, like natural,
Yes.
like you go,
Yes.
you do.
That's
one
it.
naturally has that range. But
That's
I
it.
also think I've seen the show characterized as witty, which has to be high praise for you. And also, if you're reading Boswell and his journals and his own language, you're trying to kind of keep up with that, aren't you?
Yes, he is kind of unwittingly witty, and Johnson is very deliberately witty. And then I realized
He knows the dictionary.
he wrote the dictionary from A to Z. But when I look at it, this is a funny realization. I realize I'm funny. And Cody Estelle, who's the artistic director of the theater, had said this one night. He said, Marie Kohler's really funny. And I thought, am I? And then I looked at the play the other day and I thought, I am. I'm really funny. And that made me feel fantastic.
Good. And it has to feel good when you hear laughter in the audience as well.
Oh, my God.
Because
There
that's
is
the ultimate litmus
there
test.
is
I can
no
tell you you're
payoff
funny.
like that. There is no payoff like that. It's like, it's just, you do what you can, but you can't make it happen. And then when it happens, it's like, it just rolls. And it's like, oh, they get it. It's funny. It's delicious.
And it's working.
Yeah, and it's working.
That's great. More behind the scenes with Boswell. We'll find out who's on stage in this production. Next on What's on Tap with Marie Kohler and Laura Gordon and me, Sandy Maxx. Stay with us.
your way inside the huddle. Hit one, hit two, without putting on any pads. It's Green and Gold Insiders on Wisconsin's Afternoon News.
The opposite shoulder, obviously quarterbacks always protect that throwing shoulder. So when they take a hit on that opposite shoulder, you're always a little nervous.
Every day of the regular season at 4:15, it's Green and Gold Insiders all season long, right here on WTMJ.
With the ability to market luxury homes on a higher scale than ever before, Century 21 Benefit Realty has taken a huge step forward to tap into a global network of buyers. Maximum exposure to spotlight your unique home with our fine homes and estates marketing so you can sell it for the highest price. And with no upfront fees and 1.9% real estate commission, you win. This is Angela Calais with Century 21 Benefit Realty, benefit-realty.com, where you pay less for full service. Each office is independently owned and operated. First off, our 1.9% commission structure helps get their foot in the door, and that's why agents like working here. But what they really like is having the strongest marketing tools available, with the resources to help them sell homes at the highest prices to satisfy their clients. Century 21 Benefit Realty offers what agents like most, and that's to help them be successful. If you really want to believe in the business model that you're representing, give me a call. I'm Angela Calais with Century 21 Benefit Realty. Call me, and let's talk about your future. Each office is independently owned and operated.
Furnace on the fritz? Hopefully it doesn't happen. But if it does, call Quality for 24/7 fast emergency service. Because we have a huge service crew dedicated to servicing equipment first and replacing equipment only when necessary. We know older equipment, along with the newest in heating technology, and we won't be there to sell you something you don't need because we don't know how to work on it.
Call Quality for the signature service you deserve.
Call Quality. Heating, cooling, plumbing, and electric. When your pipes burst, water heater's leaking, drains backing up, or whatever your plumbing problem is, the reliable plumbers at Quality are on hand 24/7 to fix your plumbing problem with fully stocked vehicles and lightning-fast response times. This is Anthony Zanevsky. Call Quality first and get the signature service you deserve to fix your plumbing problem ASAP.
Call Quality for the signature service you deserve.
Call Quality. Heating, cooling, plumbing, and electric.
It's here. Black Friday deals are live at Fox World Travel, and your next adventure is waiting. Set sail with Viking or Holland America. Fly away with Delta Vacations. Explore Europe with Insight or Globus. Or unwind in luxury with Classic Vacations. From sun-soaked beaches to breathtaking rivers and historic cities, there's a trip for every dreamer. Call 866-GO-FOX-GO or visit foxworldtravel.com. These exclusive partner deals won't last long.
You're listening to What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx on WTMJ.
A little bit more time with playwright Marie Kohler and director Laura Gordon of Boswell, the show about friendship, but will also give you some bawdy entertainment at the same time at Next Act Theater through December 14th. Would you call this a holiday show?
I would. It's not typical. It's not a Christmas Carol, but it is uplifting, and I think it ticks all the boxes of what a holiday show can be. It's also gorgeous. It's like a picture postcard of Scotland and of London in the period. It's our designers have done an amazing job.
What a wonderful world to step into. Because, Marie, you mentioned it's set in London in the holidays. And
it's set in London.
In the 1950s. Fun.
Well, somehow that works because she's in her little 1950s dress, and then suddenly around her comes alive the Highlands and the beautiful bagpiping music that George Schmidt wrote, and the costumes. The other night, someone, I think, Brian walked on stage, or somebody walked on stage, and the audience member said, "Oh, the costumes!" And it's those kind of costumes you usually see from a distance, in a Shakespeare company, on a huge scale. And here we're in a tiny, wonderfully intimate space.
Do you know what I heard the other night when I watched it the last time? The lights went to black at the end of the play, and I heard people go, "Oh."
I know, they do. They do.
They did like a big happy sigh.
And for the two of you to have been involved in this show for the past 2 decades and seen it evolve, those have to be really great. I mean, you both seem happy and elated. And just like you were joking, like, I am funny. Well, yeah, if the audience laughs at your words and the actor's performance, yes, I think you can say, I'm a comedic writer. I can land a joke.
Yeah.
And for you as the director, Laura, to be able to have that be, I think especially when it's guttural, it's not even a word, like bumping your friend going, that was amazing. If you just go,
Yeah, really satisfying. And I can't say enough about this ensemble of actors. They play multiple roles, and they're great.
I'm so glad. Thanks to both of you. She is director Laura Gordon. She is playwright Marie Kohler Boswell at Next Act through December 14th. I am so glad. Best of luck and more broken legs to each of you. A terrible thing to say. You know what I mean, right?
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us on What's on Tap, sponsored by Visit Milwaukee.
Thank you.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station.
I know why you continue to live in pain. It's because you don't believe anything can be done to help. Maybe you bought into something and you've been burned before. I mean, your skepticism, it's understandable. This is Rejuvenex founder Richard Salinas, and here we use powerful, anti-inflammatory, and cushioning pharmacological medicines to ease your pain. They're FDA approved, and most medical insurance is going to pay for our treatments, including Medicare and Medicaid. And that's the litmus test. Because if insurance has shown to cover the cost of many of our patients' treatments, you can be sure it's valid medicine. It's not a biological treatment considered experimental or some new gimmick that's trying to hook you. The Rejuvenex approach to pain relief is legitimate. It helps to alleviate pain in shoulders, hips, elbows, and knees. And from what we've seen, it gives people a new lease on their lives.
Alleviate your pain, rejuvenate your life.
Call today, and there's a good chance we'll see you tomorrow.
Why are you wearing tuxedo pants with a polo shirt?
Because of Penny Mustard's new Izzy Major counter table.
It's a real showstopper.
Sophisticrafted with locally forged